And welcome to the Sweet Georgia Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Wyatt Sykes, and joining me today are the always amazing Nick Coley, Alex Driscoll, and Blake Henderson, and of course, our very special guest, Chase Darno of the Atlanta Braves. Chase, how you been?
Good, man. How you been? It's good to talk again.
I know it's been a while. It's been a long time since our last interview, right? The last time we did the interview, 7 Ghosts had just been released and everything else, and it's been a long time. What's all been going on?
Well, let's see. Since we've spoken last, I did a couple shows in the Atlanta region, one at Verizon Wireless, one at Eddie's Attic, and also one up in Dahlonega at Crimson Moon. And then shortly after that, I just started training for the baseball season, and here we are. I'm pumped. I'm ready to go.
I know it's right around the corner. And speaking of that, we're just going to kind of go into spring training, actually. How's it been? I know it's just starting up, and, it's just the very beginning of the season in general, but how's it gone so far?
Going great. Technically, today was the first report date for the position players. I got here about 4 days ago just to acclimate to the Florida weather. Everybody's been filtering in, though. It's good to see all the familiar faces and some new faces at the same time. So I'm looking forward to this upcoming season. It's always an exciting time of the year to see everybody again.
That was kind of my new my next question. There was some of the familiar and new faces and such. How's it been meeting new teammates and getting back together with the old?
Oh, well, whenever you see guys from the past, it's really cool because, everybody's marched on. One of the perks of baseball is having that off season to spend that time with the family. And baseball can be consuming during the season in the best way because we're living and breathing baseball every single day. But then that sometimes takes us away from where we live, so we get to go back. I went back to California and spent some time with my whole family during the holidays, which was very special. And then the new faces, we have a lot of guys that I haven't seen before that all seem to bring the best energy to the table. Everybody's really positive right now, but, it's still early. We'll see how it all pans out.
That's right, and I wanted to kind of get into some of the new faces real quick, as you have R.A. Dickey, Bartolo Colon, Brandon Phillips. Have you talked with any of the guys yet? I mean, I'm sure you have since you all got back together. I think today's the first official day, you said. So how's it been meeting some of the new guys?
All those guys that you just mentioned are such great ball players. They're very special players, yet personality-wise so different. And I'm still getting to know all of them. Phillips, you see him having so much fun on the baseball field. He plays so loose, which I love because I like to play as loosely as I can when I'm on the field. Colon also plays very loose. He's got a smile on his face, and he's got that nasty movement on his fastball. I'm glad that he's on my team. And R.A. Dickey's another guy. Man, I don't want to face him that often. I challenge, but I'm glad that he's on my team now because you don't really know what his pitch is going to do every time, and that knuckleball is something. But those guys bring years and years of experience to our team, and their age has not limited them at all. I mean, the 3 of those guys are still kicking butt. So there's a lot to be learned from them, and I'm looking forward to just being a part of the same team that they're on.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be a very exciting year for the Atlanta Braves this year. And another exciting thing is playing in a brand new stadium at SunTrust Park. Now, I got to ask you, have you made your way out to SunTrust Park yet and kind of looked around and everything?
I have, yeah, a few times. I've seen it slowly start to take shape. They're just about done, from what I understand. But it's looking great. I mean, the park is beautiful. There's going to be a plane wing coming out of the actual parking structure that they're building right now with Delta Plane. They're going to have these cool LED lights that are able to flicker on the baseball field because normally those lights on the baseball field need 10, 15 minutes to warm up. But nowadays, you go to these stadiums that have recently built, like Seattle Stadium and San Diego's, their lights just turn on with a flick of a switch. Yep. So it'll be cool to see what kind of shows are put on during the 7th inning now that they can turn the lights off and then turn them on right away.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be an interesting stadium, one of the most intriguing ones in the MLB, no doubt about it. And especially being the newest one, it's always going to be exciting and, almost a brand new location as well. I mean, they're the Atlanta Braves, don't get me wrong, but they're a little more outside of Atlanta now, or Metro Atlanta, I guess you could say. So it's going to be a little bit of a different feel, but I think everyone's really excited for it.
Yeah, it's not too far. It's tough to know what it's going to be like in there and what kind of energy is going to be there until the day actually comes. And based on the last day at Turner Field, I think that the Braves proved that they know how to put on a party and how to entertain the people. So that first day is going to be really special. They're going to do a great job opening day. I'm just hoping that I'll be able to be there and see it in person.
Oh yeah, it's going to be definitely a fun time. We're all really excited for it and all, and It's going to be a blast this year. Can't wait for it. But just a general question, like, how does it feel to finally be playing baseball again after what felt like a pretty long break?
Most guys get the itch at some point during the off season. First the season ends and everybody's really looking forward to going home and spending time with the family. And I got to do all that kind of stuff. But as soon as New Year's hits, and by when New Year's rolls around, I'd already been training for a month and a half, weight training and all that kind of stuff. But then it's time to pick up a bat, throw the baseball, and finally just alleviate that itch. Finally, it feels good to throw a baseball again. And then as soon as you get that down, you just can't wait to see all those familiar faces. So being here for the second year in a row, it feels good coming in and knowing everybody already. Last year was my first year with the Braves. And whenever you're joining a new team for the very first time, you got to learn a whole bunch of people again. Front office, coaching staff, players, training staff. And now having a year under my belt with these guys, it's nice to come in, and now I can focus on making these new guys feel at home, and I can direct them and help them out around the clubhouse, which is nice.
Yeah, it's no longer a learning curve. You kind of come in, you know what you're expecting, so you new coach and everything else, same thing. And, it's got to be an exciting feel and everything else. And I do want to talk about Orlando for a little bit because I know y'all are all down there for spring training. What have you found in Orlando so far? You been to Disney World yet or anything?
I've been to Disney World before. I went last year. We have a little team shindig there. Everybody gets together, and we have some food on the water. Everybody's hanging out, have a nice little gathering each year. I'm not sure when that's happening this year, but nonetheless, it'll arrive. But it's really cool. Last year's my first time ever going there. Epcot Center is really interesting. We don't have that in California. In California, there's Disneyland, and that's comprised mainly of rides and stuff like that. But at Disney World, they have so much more to offer, like the Epcot Center, where you get to walk into different atmospheres where you feel like you're in a different country for a little bit. And then you just pop out, walk about 100 feet. Next thing you know, you feel like you're in Japan, and it's very zen all around you.
Oh, yeah. I've been there before, too. It's really cool. I have to go to the French section every time we go through there, the little France area. Call me crazy, but I love escargot, so I have to go there every time and get some snails. You got to try it this time. If y'all go, got to try the snails.
Yeah, I'll have to try it just for you, and I'll let you know how it is.
All right, sweet. And and we'll talk about Disney World a little more. Let's just give me your favorite.
I like Celebration. Celebration's actually my favorite area in Orlando.
Okay.
There's an area like 5 minutes from the ballpark. It's called Celebration, and it looks just like, it makes me feel like I'm living in a town that Disney built. It's very clean, well manicured, and charming at the same time. There's a little body of water near just right outside that's just very pretty. If you come to Orlando, check it out. Celebration, Florida.
Will do. I mean, it sounds like a blast, and it's really cool down there and everything. I've been to Orlando a lot with my family and such for Disney World and everything else, and we enjoy it down there, and I'm sure y'all are right now for sure. But and just to kind of get back into the team of things and everything coming up this year, what are you looking forward to this upcoming season?
A whole lot. I mean, we just talked briefly about the stadium. The stadium, I've never played somewhere, and it'd be the very first year that a stadium was built. I feel really lucky that I got to play at Turner the last year of its existence with the Braves. I mean, that was really special. Now being there for the very first year, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to playing with these new guys on the team and another opportunity to win a championship. Everybody on the team is exuding positive energy. It's a different feel than what was going on last year this time. Not that the vibe was different last year in a negative way, but this year just seems even more positive and confident, and people are looking up. So, with Snicker leading the team, I think that we're going to be able to do something really special. And only time will tell, really, but I'm really excited to get things going.
Yeah, and it just feels so long away. It feels like it's been dragging for so long now. And I know spring training's here, but it's nothing like the regular season. And that first game in SunTrust Park, what's going to be going through your head when we finally get to that first game in SunTrust Park?
What's going to be going on through my head?
Yeah, well, how's it going to feel?
Looking around as much as trying to get a feel for the place. Yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm going to be inspecting the lights, trying to see the difference there. I want to walk around the concourse and see what that's all about. But, even another thing about the new stadium that's going to be really cool, which I urge everybody to do, is to get there a couple hours early because the area around the ballpark is very special as well. They have the Battery there. Have you heard about this, the Battery?
I have not.
So there's an area around the stadium. It surrounds the stadium. It's called the Battery. And there are a bunch of cool restaurants, places to hang out, places where, let's see, cool restaurants, hangouts. There are stores nearby. There are apartment complexes on the Battery. What else is here? There's some commercial buildings there too. They'll have some offices. But from what I hear, they're trying to make that area more of a destination. There will be hotels there, so people can come for a weekend and then stay and watch a couple Braves games and head back out. There's everything you need right there in that little area, the Battery, to where you can just come in and hang out for a few hours and then leave after the game.
That sounds really cool. I mean, it sounds like just they're going all out with this stadium. I would believe it completely since I've seen some of the renderings and everything else. And now that it's finally, coming together, it's starting to fit what we've seen in the past when they announced the plans and such. And it's going to be something really special.
Yeah, it is, no doubt. I can't wait to see what it's all about when they're all done building it.
Now, kind of getting away from baseball a little bit and going back to what happened in the offseason and everything. First off, I've got to say congratulations. I saw the wedding with you and Kaitlyn and everything else. It looked fantastic. It was a very beautiful scene. And I just wanted to ask, how was the whole wedding experience?
It was great. It was amazing. We got married at Pepperdine University, where both of us went.
That's right.
Pepperdine has an ocean view. It's beautiful. And for a great price, we were able to get married in the chapel there. And you exit the chapel, and you see the ocean right there, and you're taking pictures. It's life can't get any better than that.
Yeah,
get there with my family, being surrounded by all the people that have been there to support me my entire life. It was one of the happiest days of my life that I'm never going to forget.
Yeah, it looked like a blast. I mean, we saw the pictures and everything, and we were all talking about it on our little chat here at Sweet Georgia Sports and everything else, and it looked like a whole lot of fun, that's for sure. And we just wanted to say congratulations and everything. But it's not over there yet either. So, I saw on social media recently there's a little Darno on the way now. How about that?
Yeah, we work quick. We work quickly. Leading up to the wedding, I had a good conversation with my dad and also Kaitlyn's dad about grandchildren. And the two of them were overly supportive. Their eyes perked up. They got all big. Grandchildren? Yes, please. we had our parents' blessings, which made things a lot easier. And it obviously didn't take long. We found out that we're having a boy, and we're trying to decide between a few names. I'm not going to say all of them because I don't want anybody to steal the names that we're thinking of if the next child is a boy. But it looks like we're going to call this boy Jagger. My first son is named Jagger. Jagger's an interesting name. Like imagine meeting somebody. It's like, hey, how's it going? I'm Wyatt. I'm Jagger.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll definitely remember that one. There's no doubt about it. No doubt you'll remember that one.
Yeah, it's a bold name. Why
I'm
not?
a fan. I think that's a great name.
Jagger Jonathan Darno. Giddy up.
There you go. There you go. I'm a fan of that one, and he'll probably, let's see. I don't remember exactly how far along Kaitlyn is, but probably somewhere in the midst of the Brave season, we'll be seeing Jagger, correct?
That is true, yeah, the end of the summer.
Okay, so yeah, towards the end of it all then. So, Jagger, not too far to go, but he's on the right track.
He's starting to kick inside of there. Kaitlyn sent me a video today. I got back to my locker, after I showered, turned on my phone, and I had a video pop up, and it was one of those slow-mo videos that you can do on my phone now.
That's right.
And it was of her stomach, and you could see her stomach moving a little bit. Like, this kid is going to be explosive. He's in there like, yeah!
He's ready. He's already ready. He's ready to go.
Oh, yeah. Kaitlyn's shaking her head at me right now. There's no Jagger inside of you.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, man.
Look at these. They're right here. So we have these things called, what are these called? Belly buds, right?
Okay.
They're made by a company called Neural. So these guys, you take them, these right here, if you look at them closely, they have little headphones.
Yeah.
But they're a little larger. And Neural has a program where you play for, half an hour a day? For about an hour, and she puts them right here on her belt strap.
Okay.
right there, right up against the baby. And the baby listens to music for about an hour each day, which will boost brain activity and hopefully make Jagger a genius, an incredible musician. So
that's pretty cool. I've never heard of that before.
Cool, yeah. But the inventor is a musician who just thought that this thing needed to be made, and I don't know anything else out there like that.
Wow. But, so you can put whatever you want through there?
Yeah, whatever you want, really.
Just little baby headphones.
This next right here is an auxiliary cord. So, I mean, if you want your baby listening to Screamo or something like that, you can.
You can have them from day one, have them on Screamo.
Yeah. You would have your baby listen to Korn. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, Korn, anything like that. Like, go ahead. Or if it was me, I'd probably have to go with someone like Childish Gambino or something. That would probably be what I would start with. Yeah,
I think I'm just going to read some books. I'm just going to go ahead and record myself reading Citizen Kane and then have Kate put it in. I'm going to make my son write me a review as soon as he comes out after he gets used to wearing a pen.
There you go. You could play this interview. Go ahead and get him in and introduce with Sweet Georgia Sports, have him on, so for when he's a musician and a pro baseball player, we'll go ahead and get him ready for an interview.
These things are pretty cool though.
Yeah, those things are pretty cool. I've never seen those before. They're like little tiny headphones. They're not actually tiny. They're kind of big, actually. You're going to hypnotize me? I'm going to go out now. Nobody's going to host it. It's just going to be you from now on. Oh, yeah, but that was fun. But, since I wanted to also talk about some of the music side of things, since the last time we talked, you Seven Ghosts had just debuted just a few days before. And I know you mentioned earlier about all the places you've played since then, everything else. But I've got to ask you, has there any new music coming along or anything soon that we can know about?
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of getting a release worked out. I have a song called "Sucker" that's coming out within the week, probably in a week or so.
Okay.
I just finished the music video. Just finished getting edited. The music video is going to be about a boy.
Okay.
Who's in middle school, and the boy's name in real life, his name's Jacob. His dad is Tug Cowart, who works over at 1015 Kicks, country station in Atlanta, and his son was perfect, little cute middle school kid, and there's this gal named Kaitlyn, who played this girl in high school who's his babysitter. So it's about this boy who has a crush on his babysitter. It starts off the house, and he's looking over at her, inconspicuous, trying to hopefully that she doesn't notice him looking at her. So he's clearly got a crush on her. And then to make a long story short, the video ends with him at a baseball game, and he hits a walk-off home run, and he's hoping that it impresses his babysitter.
That's awesome.
The song's called "Sucker." Yeah, the music video. We're just trying to find somebody who wants to premiere it, basically, and have exclusive views for a week or so, something like that.
Yeah. So is this an idea for the music video, or it's being in production, or it's done, or what's going on?
Music video's finished.
Oh, it's finished. Okay.
I can't.
I understand.
My music team would kill me if I showed it to you already. I have to keep a lid on it. But I'm excited for it to air. It'll be fun.
So somewhere around a week or so, we'll see it.
Yeah, about a week or so. And this year, last year we released an entire body of work at the end of a season. But now, after having a little more experience and knowledge about the industry, it seems like this year what I've decided to do is release singles as the season goes on. Some of these songs are already written, just waiting to be recorded. And There's a studio in Atlanta that I like to go to called Hewlett Studios. These guys over there at Hewlett make me feel like family. I love working with them. And they're up in Cumming, Georgia, which is just 30, 45 minutes north of the city. And so as soon as I get back, whenever I can find time, I'll head up that way and record some tracks and just release singles as I go along the season. And then before the year ends, I'll put them together and release an album again.
Wow, that's going to be really cool. And by the way, I have to mention, you've got to introduce me to the guys. You got to put in a word for me up there at your studio. I've been working with music myself right now. Yeah. I produce some music for my friends, and instead of a studio, we do it out of my apartment bathroom, and put towels under the door so we can get the best possible sound quality. So if you put in a word for us, that'd be very appreciative.
That is awesome. Hey, that's what we did. That Seven Ghosts record. I mean, a lot of those songs were recorded at the house that we stayed in in Atlanta and also in Orlando. I mean, the band lived together. I mean, am I living with the band now? No. I mean, I'm married and I have a kid on the way. Mm-hmm. But we recorded a lot of it there. We had a room that was filled with amps. Just had cords going in there and mics hooked up. So we would be in the front room, the living room, just be able to control all of them and just work on making tracks for each song. Mm-hmm. It's very doable at home. Nowadays with technology, it's not necessary to have to go into a studio, but going into a studio is a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I would
done quickly, and I like hearing the input from the producer. You know, Lane Johnson has been producing my recent stuff, and he's really smart, quick, sharp, and he knows what I'm looking for. Nick Pirtle is a guy that works with him too. Nick's actually my guitar player whenever I play live.
Wow, that's really cool stuff. You know, the studio, it sounds awesome and everything else. Like, especially I've realized how, especially since being in a bathroom and everything, like how we would do it is we'd put towels under the doors. We'd have a singer or somebody on a guitar stand in the shower, and then somebody be sitting like on the lid of the toilet and like singing into a microphone. And it was like a very, very small room. So, you know, hopefully we can upgrade sometime soon.
You guys all play at the same time, or you guys go individually?
We do it individually, but like we'll all be in the same room to kind of listen to what's going on so we can vibe off of it or something. It's for my buddy Sean O'Sullivan, who's on SoundCloud, if anybody wants to check him out who's out there. But I produced some of his music and such, and we've worked on it a bunch. And you know, you really know a person when you're in a very small bathroom for a very long time. So it was a lot of fun, I will say.
I wonder if you'll say that ever again in your whole life.
You know, I don't know. We'll see.
You get to know somebody when you're in a bathroom with them for a really long time.
Yeah, you know what? We'll see. We'll see one day for sure.
My drummer this off season, we were making some songs over at my place I was staying at. Leading up to a show at Eddie's Attic. We were staying in West Midtown, and my drummer got locked in a bathroom and had to crawl out the window. He went to leave, and all of a sudden he pulled on the doorknob, and the doorknob came off, and we couldn't figure out how it was. I didn't own the house. We were renting it. So he was in there for 5 minutes, and he just decided, okay, I'm just going to crawl out the window. So he crawled out the window, and here we had this bathroom that we didn't use very much because it was locked.
Because nobody could ever get in it.
Fix it, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Yeah. So how, like, I'm assuming the window was within, like, you know, close range, like being able to get out of, or was it a really small window?
I don't remember how big the window was. I just felt bad though. I mean, the landlord was so nice. I just wanted him to not mess up the window as he was out of it. She was really cool with it. That's really fun. That was a good spot. I like the West Midtown area in Atlanta. Yeah. I'm glad it was provisions. It's really cool.
Yeah. I'm glad we have some bathroom stories to share. You know, so we go both ways here with the small bathroom stories. But so so to get kind of round things out here, we have some fan questions and some podcaster questions. But the one we took a poll on Twitter earlier today, and we asked them, what would you want to ask Chase? And there was 3 things, and the most voted for one was your most embarrassing moment. I hate to put you on the spot like that, but what is your most embarrassing moment?
So, I like to think of myself as a pretty athletic guy, you know, not very clumsy. Yep. So, in 2011, I was with the Pirates. It was my first year up in the big leagues. Mm-hmm. And there were 2 outs. I was at shortstop. Ground ball comes to me, fielded it cleanly, threw him out at first base. And as I'm running in, I tripped over my cleat. Like my cleats and my spike, I must, ever since this happened, it's a situation. But so if you look here, like my loop was a little too big. Okay. And my spike on my right foot caught it. So forward, and I just fell right on my face, man. It was in front of 1,000 people. The first month. No. But ever since then, I just make sure to cut my laces nice and short. Mm-hmm. And I double knot them so that I don't have big old loops hanging around. And now I don't worry about it at all.
So no more falling, running the bases.
Yeah, none of my teammates saw it for some reason. I asked them if they'd seen it. They're like, "What are you talking about?" But then later at night, it was on ESPN. So that was interesting.
Where were you in the not top 10? Did you make the not top 10?
I don't know. Did they have a not top 10 in 2011? I don't remember.
I don't know. Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but you know.
I'm sure. It's probably one quick YouTube search away, so I'll have to go check that one out for sure.
Might be. I hope not.
And so now we also have the podcasters who have been waiting anxiously for a while now. They've been wanting to ask you a question as well here at the end. And so first, who do I want to pick to go first? Let's see. How about Alex? Alex, you go ahead and ask Chase whatever you want to.
Alrighty. What's up, Chase? How are you?
What's up, Alex? How you doing, man?
Good. Can't say that I'm bad. I mean, I didn't have college classes today, so I'm pumped. I mean, anytime I'm out of school, I'm pumped. But anyway, exactly. But anyway, my question is, I know Wyatt mentioned it earlier, but there's a lot of new faces in town with Bartolo Colon, R.A. Dickey, Brandon Phillips just recently, and then Kurt Suzuki, and of course a bevy of prospects coming up. So my question is, who are you looking forward most to playing this year?
All of them. I want to see what all of them can do. And all of them seem to be really cool. Cologne. I mean, the guy's nickname is Big Sexy. Now, how you don't want to play a guy whose name is Big Sexy? Man, I'm pumped to play that dude. And I've faced him quite a bit in the past years. And he
played with your brother too.
Yeah, he did. Travis told me all about the inside jokes that they had. So now I'm able to play these tricks on Cologne that he usually plays with other guys. Like Travis said that he likes to say this to people. He'll go, "Hey," and then another person will look at him and say, "What?" And he'll go, "B, C, D, E." So I got him with his own joke yesterday in the bathroom. Wyatt, that was for you. I was like, "Hey." And he goes, "Huh?" And he looks at me and I go, "B, C, D." And then he pointed at me. He's like, "Ah." He knows that I know his antics. But, Brandon Phillips, another cool cat. I mean, that he's cool on the baseball field. Cool as a cucumber all the time. Nice and relaxed, smiling. He likes to have a lot of fun on the baseball field, and I do too. So I'm pumped to play with him. R.A. Dickey, he's a tough guy to face. And he's really smart. I mean, the guy's written a book. He's put a lot of time in, and he still gets after it in the gym. Every day he's in there working really hard. Like, you would not think that the guy is 42 years old, but he is, and he doesn't seem like it to me. But I bet he's just a wealth of knowledge. I'm looking forward to getting to know all three of those guys. And you also mentioned prospects, a lot of amazing prospects. I mean, like, look what Dansby did last year. We traded for Dansby. But he's such a good player. Like, when I've seen highlights of stuff that he's done at Vanderbilt, and he's amazing. The guy's he's a gamer. He wants to be that guy when the game's on the line. You can tell. And he made some awesome plays last year. Like, I'm excited to see what he's going to do the full season. Tons of prospects that we've got. Ozzy's right here around the corner. He had a little injury last year, but everybody's pumped to see him back in action. I think he's fully healthy now. I don't know. I can't speak for him. But a lot of pitching. There's everything, but camp hasn't started yet, so I haven't seen everything. So sorry if that I can't tell you more about all the other prospects that we've got.
Oh, you're good. I'm like you. I just want to see how they do.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Oh, yeah. The Braves are on the way up, and the front office has been doing a great job with all the transactions they've been making, and even the decision of moving to that new ballpark at the end of the day. I think it was a great decision. Fans are really going to love it once they get down there and see what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm pumped to get to a game this year. My dad's hoping to take us to opening weekend, so hopefully that will pan out.
Where do you guys live? Where are you driving from?
Outside of Birmingham in Alabama.
Cool.
That's where I live.
Nice. So you guys are a little further away. Perfect. Dude, get there early, beat the traffic by a couple hours, and there'll be plenty to do there from what I understand. It might be a cool places to walk around, just check it out, then go to the game, hang out, say what's up to me and the rest of the team. And
All right. Yeah. All right, sweet. Thanks.
Yeah.
All righty. Great question there, Alex. It's exciting to see these players this upcoming year, new and old, and everybody else together. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But, all right, so, Blake, you've been waiting a while, too. Blake, go ahead.
Hey, Chase, how you doing?
What's up, Blake? I'm doing well. You?
I'm doing great. I had no high school today, so I'm pumped.
No school.
Yeah. I wanted to ask you, like, you have a lot of stuff going on with baseball and your music, and I wanted to ask, how do you balance all that out?
That's a question that I get asked pretty often, and it gets refined as time goes on. Last year, I just took a chance, and I decided to let that passion exist during a baseball season more than I ever have. I mean, every day I came home and was making music, hanging out with the guys. And I had a blast. I liked it. I had a lot of fun. In fact, I think that it helped me with baseball because it was able to give me an outlet to take my mind off of things, because you don't want to leave the field and be thinking about baseball constantly. It's good to reflect, but you got to have your personal life and other things going on. And because I'm so passionate about the music, it made me happy. So I was able to come to the field every day being a happier guy. I really liked it. And most of my teammates and friends and family could tell that the music was making me really happy. But to balance it, I have to be very good at compartmentalizing. When I'm doing the music stuff, music is something that requires your immediate attention and puts you right in the present moment. I'm not able to sing a vocal or play something on a track while I'm thinking about something else. It's not going to be as good. Just like how, baseball, when I'm taking ground balls, I've got to be locked in and focused. So when I'm at the field, I'm thinking about baseball and hanging out with my team, trying to get to know those guys. And then when I leave the field and tap out of that part of my brain, I'm just focusing on the music, family, and friends. Time management is huge with everything. Like with baseball, I've got to be at the park about 1:30 for a 7 o'clock game practice, and I'm there all day. And then when baseball season is not around, I'm at the ballpark until about 11 o'clock, usually get there at 1:30, leave around 11, and then, I'm sorry, it's some notification. I guess that's what happens when you do these interviews on your laptop, right?
Yeah, I got an email earlier, no worries.
Yeah. And then, so with the music, I have a publicist that helps me out and makes my life a lot easier, who's able to schedule visits for me. Her name is Gina McKenzie. She has a company called Gem PR where she leads the way there. She's able to reach out and be an extension of me, which is great. She sends me an itinerary ready to go whenever I have something that day, whether it's like sound check at this time, merchandise, blah, 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 all those kind of things. I have to rely on other people. Without the team that I have with music, there's no way I'd be able to do music and baseball at the same time. So I'm really thankful to have a really good team behind me. And Kaitlyn, too, and she handles a lot of stuff. It makes my life easier. So I can't take all the credit for any of that. I'm just lucky to have people around me that care and help me out.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, and it definitely see music as a relieving thing after a baseball game or anything. It's good to have that mediator there of anything you can go to kind of help everything out in the middle. That's the reason I do a lot of stuff too, so I'm not just focused on one thing at all, and I can go home and do something else that I love, and take some of the edge off whatever it may be on either one of them. I understand that completely.
Yeah, keep going. Change is good.
Oh yeah. So Nick, last but least, you've been waiting for a while now. So Nick, go ahead.
I like how you said last but least.
I know. I had to give it to you.
That's cold-blooded. What's up, Nick?
Anyways, last time that we talked, I asked you about what your favorite restaurant was in Atlanta. So now I'm going to ask you, like, when you watch a movie or television, what's your go-to movie or go-to TV show in your free time?
I hardly ever watch TV. It's very seldom that I do get into a show these days, because I try to just be diligent and spend my time being productive, making a song or something like that. But sometimes my mom this off season was watching Grey's Anatomy, which is a show that's been around for a long time, right? Really long. Yeah. And I was just watching an episode, and I got familiar with a couple of the characters. My mom's a teacher, so she loves coming home from work and decompressing and grading papers and stuff like that while she's watching TV. And Grey's happens to be a TV show that she really likes. So every now and then I'll turn on the TV and watch an episode of that, perhaps before bed. But it's tough for me to sit down for that long and just watch and watch and watch. I like being up, doing things. I'm one of those people that have so much energy that I get a little stir crazy when I'm in the house all day.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I could be like that, because I watch too much TV and I watch way too many movies as well. I'm really big into that kind of stuff. It's actually what I'm in school for, but I do appreciate your answer. I wish I could be more active.
Well, it's serving its purpose, though, for you.
Yeah.
For you, you're studying it. What area are you studying? Which aspect of filmmaking or TV or production is it?
I really want to get into directing and camera work, stuff like that.
That's stuff fun to do.
It is. I enjoy camera angles. I'm always like, oh man, that's a cool camera angle. I would love to do that, but I do need to be more active because I spend like 2 hours watching a TV show. But
yeah. What's good, you do this kind of stuff with Y and you're talking to people. I mean, one thing about directing, which I've learned, because sometimes I'll have my camera with me and I'll be directing sometimes. Half of it is just making sure that everybody around you is nice and comfortable, man. You don't want to feel like you're ordering them what to do. Like, no, you're not doing it. Like, blah, 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 blah. It's more like, hey, that was great. So this time, do this a little differently, just to make them feel comfortable and so you can get the shot that you want from the angle you want and get what you want out of the actors.
Yeah, I appreciate that answer.
Yeah, I think that'd be quite interesting to do. But, it's a little late for me to start doing that. I'm in the bass. Yeah. And doing the music now, hey, who knows? Maybe.
I mean, your career isn't that bad, though. You've got a good thing going.
I love my career. I'm very happy. But that would be fun, too, though. But, no, you're good, man. If that's what you want to do, it's what you want to do. Just keep stepping. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we got through all the questions and everything. Now, I just really want to thank you, Chase, for coming on today. Amazing show again. As you were our first interview we've had since then. And to see our growth and how far we've come since then it's been amazing, and you're one of the main reasons why. So we really appreciate you coming back on today.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks for having me. I mean, you're always really cool and respectful, and I support your channel. So whatever you guys need, thanks for having me.
Yeah, thank you so much, Chase. We really appreciate it. And that'll pretty much do it today from the Sweet Georgia Sports Podcast. Thanks for everybody tuning in. I know this is a live one, but it'll be re-listenable on whenever they choose to listen to this. But thanks to everybody again for someone that listened, and we will see you all on the flip side. Thanks, guys.